Welcome to Nobita Explained. Spoiler alert, you've been warned. The manhwa starts off with a snowy scene, blood-stained footprints scattered across the snow. As we follow them, we see a man running, clearly panicked and freezing. He's confused, terrified, and muttering, "It's so damn cold. What the hell is going on? Why am I being chased?" Suddenly something whizzes past him. It scrapes his thigh, making him stumble and fall. He screams in pain and starts crawling, trying to get away. That's when someone approaches him and says coldly, "If you were planning to run, you should have done a better job. Let's make this easy. Just die quietly." That would help everyone, don't you think? We learn that the man's name is Ubekin, and he starts wondering when everything went wrong. If I just hadn't taken that bet, I wouldn't be stuck as a character inside a game, he thinks. We flash back to a moment where he's reading something on his screen. A message pops up. "Want to make a bet?" The sender's name? The double X. Supreme Lord. Yeah. Real edgy. The Supreme Lord offers him a deal. "If you can clear the game using the rote I give you, I'll grant you a wish." Back in his original body, Ubekin laughs and asks, "What, you gonna make me rich or something?" He also points out how weird it is. No one ever makes bets like this in the game's chat room. He sighs, saying he finally managed to clear the game, but now he's wondering where everyone else went. The game he's playing is called Heroes Road, a single-player RPG set in a modern world where gates open to another realm and monsters pour out. Players control hunters who fight those monsters. It was a big hit when it first dropped because it offered deep world building, hidden secrets, and 5 unique characters to choose from. But the hype didn't last. A year after its release, nobody had beaten it, not a single player. Why? Because all 5 characters die super easily, and once one dies, it's game over. You start from scratch. The difficulty is insane, with a clear rate of just 0.1%. And if you remove the main character Han Chang-woo from that stat, the rest of the characters barely had any completions at all. The only person who had ever beaten the game using Ubectin, one of the hardest characters, was this guy, the one we're seeing now. He sighs again, looking at his screen. The chat room shows only 1 user online out of 200. There were over 10 people here earlier. Did everyone just quit the game or move to another chat without me? He wonders. This moment actually takes place just before what we saw earlier, when the Supreme Lord entered the chat. It startled him. The Supreme Lord says, "I can't believe someone's still here. I thought I kicked everyone out." Ubekin's like, what the hell is this guy talking about? When he asks the Supreme Lord what's really going on, the Supreme Lord responds, "Well, this is unexpected, but I made a promise, so I'll keep my word." That's when the whole bet begins. The man laughs and asks, "And what happens if I fail?" The Supreme Lord replies, "I'll think about that when it happens." "So, want to give it a try?" The man's suspicious, thinking, this dude is acting seriously sketchy. What's the catch? There's no consequence if I fail? Before agreeing, the Supreme Lord asks him, "Have you really completed the game 100%? The man confidently types, "Of course I have." But before he hits enter, he hesitates and he thinks to himself, if I say that, he might go brag about it before I get the chance to. And come on, every hardcore gamer turns into a bit of an attention seeker eventually. Yeah, that saying might actually be true. Still, this could be his one shot at getting the recognition he's been craving. He doesn't want to blow it. So instead, he tells the Supreme Lord, "I've finished the game with every character, except Beckon." But the moment he accepts the bet, everything shifts. His vision starts spinning. The world around him gets blurry. He clutches his head, dizzy and disoriented. The Supreme Lord calmly says, "This is no longer a game. This is going to be your reality now." As the man grabs his head in confusion, he collapses face first onto his keyboard. The last thing he hears is the Supreme Lord's voice. "You're the one who made this choice." When he opens his eyes again, he finds himself lying in the snow. Stunned, he stands up and looks around. Where am I? He notices something strange. Long hair falling over his face. Why the hell is my hair so long? That's weird. As he's looking around, a group of men approach. One of them steps forward and greets him. The man instantly recognizes him. "That's Shin Woo-hyun? No way. Am I dreaming?" That's a character from the game. Woo-hyun says, "You said earlier you were training today, remember?" The man, now inside Beckon's body, realizes he's saying the exact same lines from the game. Woo-hyun suddenly turns serious. "Sorry, but today's training will be way harsher than usual. My older brother wants you dead." An attack flies past Beckon's shoulder, grazing him. He winces and grabs at the injury. Woo-hyun adds, "I was aiming for your heart. Didn't expect you to dodge. Even in that weak body, the blood of a sword saint still runs through you. But this ends now." He glares at him and says, "As long as you're alive, you're nothing but shame to our clan. I've trained you myself, so I'll make your death quick and painless." Beckon realizes this is actually happening. This isn't a dream, and it's definitely not just a game, he thinks. But now's not the time to dwell on it. If I mess up, I'm dead. He exhales, trying to calm himself. It hurts like hell. I can feel the blood dripping down my arm. Still, he forces himself to keep moving. He's panicking, totally overwhelmed. Then he remembers the Supreme Lord's words. "This is going to become your reality." It all starts to click. He's being hunted down by a game character. He's in the game, and not just anywhere. He's become Beckon. He doesn't understand how it happened. But that doesn't matter right now. First, he has to survive. Thankfully, he's played this game more times than he can count. He reminds himself, "I've run this exact route over and over with Beckon. I know how this starts." The beginning of Beckon's story is actually pretty simple. Suddenly, Woo-hyun looks surprised. Beckon has started sprinting, full on booking it to escape. Woo-hyun and his crew watch him for a second, surprised. Then Woo-hyun frowns, a little disappointed. We return to the moment from earlier. Beckon screaming as he stumbles and falls. Woo-hyun approaches and repeating his earlier line about Beckon running away and asking, "Wouldn't you agree?" Beckon, still crawling, grits his teeth and thinks, "Just a little farther." Woo-hyun tells him that at least he won't be lonely in the afterlife. After killing Beckon, he'll finish off the rest, starting with someone named Krungman. He asks if Beckon has any last words. Suddenly, one of the other men speaks up. "Why is the blizzard getting stronger?" They all turn toward the wind. A powerful gust blows through, and it throws them off for a moment. Beckon, still struggling, responds, "You want to know my last words? Fine. Here they are." He spits, "Piss off." The group is caught off guard. Woo-hyun glares and demands, "Say that again." Before Beckon can answer, a wolf comes flying in from the side. Blood splatters.